Been a lot of fun. It was good for me. I think I got here on Monday or Tuesday of this last week, so got a few workouts under my belt. I think that definitely helped. So not coming into training camp completely blind, and it was a good first day. It was hard, but that's what you expect for these practices, and just fun to get out there with all the girls and get ready for Friday, honestly.
You've been in the same system, same coaching staff for the last 4 years. What was it like having an adjustment, having an entirely new slate today?
Yeah, I think it's definitely different, but that's what you expect when you start a new chapter of your life. And this coaching staff is fully prepared. I think they've been watching me for quite some time, and I think the stuff they have planned and the actions we're going to run are going to be really good for myself, but really good for this group in general. And a lot of screening action. It's fast, a fast shot clock, but I think all of that's how I like to play. So I think it suits my game pretty well. And, it's a fast pace, a lot faster than college. You got to learn quicker. You got to get your mind on fully whenever, there's no time to be tired. You don't have however many weeks to prepare for your first game. You got less than a week. So I think that's the biggest thing is going to be a lot of, film, a lot of mental reps more than on-court reps because you got to take care of your body and be ready to go.
Kaylin, after everything you did after Final Four leading up to this, including non-basketball things, what did it mean to you to just play, to be on the court with the team?
Yeah, I think that's what I was most excited for is get all the other stuff out of the way. And, there really hasn't been a down period for me to kind of really catch my breath. But at the same time, I feel really grateful for that too. And like I said to everybody, I feel like I'm in really good basketball shape. There's no getting back in shape for myself. I've been playing basketball. There's been no really off period. And for me, I feel like that's a really good thing. You just keep the momentum rolling and keep being myself, keep learning. But yeah, I was very excited to the draft was amazing. New York City was amazing. LA was amazing, but I was excited just to get here and get back to playing basketball and, doing my job.
Kaylin, what was the best piece of advice you've gotten from one of the veterans on this team?
Man, I think, Erica has been amazing. She's just been somebody that's been there constantly in my ear and somebody that I can always ask questions to. And I think just the biggest thing from whether it's people inside our locker room or whether it's people on the outside that I've talked to, I think just giving myself grace, it's going to be a learning period for me. But at the same time, still have the same confidence and belief in yourself that you've always had. That's what's got me to this point of just being myself. So continuing to be me, but also there's going to be things for me to learn and I'm going to learn very fast. There's not much time to mess around. So I think continue to be myself, but also give myself grace in that too.
Kaylin, how do you manage expectations when they're only so high because you've done things we haven't seen before and you dare to dream that big?
Yeah, I don't think it's anything that's new to me. I think no matter what is going to happen, there's always going to be expectations and pressure on my shoulders and pressure on this team to be really good. And that's how you want it. That's exactly, we wouldn't want anything else. We would want, people showing up to our games, people expecting us to win a lot of basketball games this year, expecting myself to play really well. But I don't think it's anything that's ever been different for me. So I think continuing to be myself, rely on the people around me. I don't have to do everything. It was the same thing in college, but now I'm playing with even more talent. I'm surrounded by more talent, surrounded by really great coaches. So rely on those people and, embrace the pressure. How lucky are we that, people are expecting so much of us and, our schedule is really hard to start the year, but that's what's fun. We're going to see what we're made of.
Kaylin, what have you learned about the personality of this team in just a short time that everybody's been together?
Yeah, I think it's honestly in a way pretty similar to Iowa. People really care about who you are as a person. They really want the best for one another. And, Coach Sides is really big on culture and character. And I think that's exactly what it was like at Iowa for me. So coming here and getting to be a part of that and being part of an organization that really values who you are as a person is very important to me. And I think people really live that. They don't just say it. Everybody has been very welcoming and open to me and always just kind of been there for me to lean on and ask questions to and support me. But I think everybody's really excited. They can see the hype and the expectations around this team this year. And, that's going to be something that's really great for our league and great for this organization.
What stood out to you about your Pacers experience and also being able to share that with your teammates?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I think, what is it, their first home game in 5 years or so. So pretty awesome. And, the Bucks come back and make it close again. And, it was a tough one, them making 2 threes, but we had a pretty good angle of Tyrese's floater there at the end because we were directly behind the other basket. So it was pretty fun. Good little team bonding experience, and happy for them, and hopefully they get another one tonight.
Caitlin, what have you learned just about the state of Indiana since you've gotten to know it a little bit?
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a pro by any means, but it's been fun. I think it's it definitely has a big city feel, but at the same time, it feels small and it's easy to get around. I mean, I'm staying mostly in downtown Indianapolis. I'm not driving everywhere yet. But I think it's, a place that really loves basketball and wants to support it, whether it's the Pacers, whether it's us, whether it's at the college level. Obviously, I came and played at IU a few times, and the place was always rocking. So I think the people just love the game of basketball. They've always loved the game of basketball as long as it's been around. So, I can't really imagine a better place to start my career. And, I know people are going to be excited for us to have our first game.
When it comes to playing with Aaliyah, how was working with Monica Sinano and Selfie at Iowa kind of helped you prepare for that?
Yeah, well, I think Mon and Hannah all three of them are very different. I think Hannah probably runs the floor as good as anybody really in my eyes in the world. She's just athletic, probably playing out of position at the 5. But I think Aaliyah obviously is one of the best screeners and finishers around the basket in the world as well. So for me, getting to play with that, you get really excited. People kind of have to make a decision. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of pick and roll action, whether they're going to blitz me and take 2 at me or whether take away Aaliyah on the roll. That's going to put people in a lot of tough situations. I think as a defender, for myself and probably other people on the team would say, that's the hardest thing to guard in basketball is the pick and roll situation. So, Aaliyah is one of the best in that area. So I'm just lucky to be her teammate.
Did Christy yell at you about defense yet?
Yeah, I can't let people drive middle, so I need to work on that for sure.
Like you said, you hadn't had much time off. What do you do when you're away from the spotlight? You can just be Caitlin outside of basketball. What was the last week like?
I don't do much. I do a lot of recovery. I get my legs right, relax, just have a quiet presence about me. I mean, I don't really go out in public and do much. But yeah, watch movies. I brought my PS5 with me, but I'm staying in a hotel right now, so I haven't really hooked it up or played it at all. I'm taking a few naps. That's about it.
Coach talked about chemistry. Are you already feeling that? I know you've only been here a couple of days, but are you feeling that on the court, and tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that goes back to building relationships with all your teammates. It can't just be something that you're building on the court. You got to get to know your teammates off the court and have meaningful conversations with them and get to know truly who they are and, what makes them click or what they care about. So I think that'll be something that continues to build over the next week and over the course of the entire season. But that's something you got to do in really a fast period of time. Obviously, we go and play at Dallas on Friday. So I think that's something that is very important to every single person on this team. And, that's going to allow us to have a lot of success. So making sure we're constantly building our team chemistry and working on that is and a goal and an emphasis for our group.
Caitlin, when did you sort of accept that your life wasn't going to be the same anymore? You weren't going to be able to do maybe normal people things?
Yeah.
When did you kind of come to peace with that? Because obviously you want to be a great basketball player, but I don't know if you wanted all of this.
Yeah, I think, honestly, probably after my junior year of basketball in college, I think that, but it's kind of grown on a level that's a lot different than when it was then. So, I probably still don't really go about my life in the way that I probably should. I still try to do normal things and live as a normal person. My life hasn't changed much. I think just continuing to be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. And Steve follows me around more over there in the corner. Don't mess with Steve. But no, I think, I'm still 22 years old and trying to navigate life and enjoy everything that life has to offer and, still have fun. That's the point. That's one of the things that has got me to this point is I've had a lot of fun playing basketball, and that's exactly who I am off the court too, is very easygoing, and I like to have fun. I like to be around people. So I try to do that as much as I can, honestly.